I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet, and today I'm sharing with you how to do the Kylie Jenner lip plumping challenge, but how to do it the safe way. I'm sure you guys have seen everywhere these, I don't know, like people, it's actually been men and women are doing these. They're not even lip injections, they're doing, I guess, like some suction things to try to make their lips full, and I've been seeing all this stuff about like the Kylie Jenner lip challenge fail, and it's really scary, and I encourage you not to do stuff that's gonna like bruise and mutilate your body. There's tons of ways that you can make your lips look fuller and plump and sexy without going to extreme measures. I have a bunch of tips and tricks, and the great thing about all these tricks is you can mix and match. You can use, you know, all of them for like the biggest, plumpest, poutiest, sexiest lips, or you can just use one or two and just whatever works for you, just to make your lips a little bit fuller and a little bit poutier, sexier. So if you want to know how to get the Kylie Jenner sexy, full, pouty lip look the healthy and safe way, then just watch and I will tell you how it's done. Okay, so first we're going to start with our prep steps. Now remember, these are all optional. My lips naturally are, I would say, kind of in the middle. Like, they're not super full, but they're not super thin either. So I use at night, just occasionally when I think of it, this thing called LipFusion XL. I think there's actually an XXL too. They're not really easy to come by. I feel like they used to sell this in Sephora, but I don't think they do anymore. I got mine on Amazon. It's a micro-injected collagen HA advanced lip plumping therapy. It's like an overnight thing. I actually put this on my lips at night. I actually put it on, I let it sink in a little bit, and then I follow it up with my absolute favorite Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream, and I put a little bit of that on top. This step is totally optional. All the steps are totally optional. I mean, I like it. I think it gives my lips a little bit more fullness the next day, but it's really not so much that I think it's necessary. I will say that using something like an Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream or some kind of lip moisturizer will make a huge difference, because just hydrating the lip will make it fuller. So that's kind of what I do the night before. And then when I wash my face the day that I want my nice, full, plump lips, I like to exfoliate my lips. It kind of gives them a nice sort of smooth surface to work with. There's dozens of different ways you can exfoliate your lips. I really like the sugar lip polish. It's got a very nice sort of brown sugary kind of a scent to it, really nice texture. There's tons and tons of like DIY lip polishers out there, but to be honest, what I do on a daily basis, and regardless of whether I use the scrub, is I just take a damp face cloth and just sort of rub it all over my lips, and to be honest, that's really the most exfoliating that you really need. And then I always follow it up with more of my Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. Because again, the more that you hydrate your lips, sort of the fuller and plumper they're going to be. And I notice a big difference in my lips just feeling and looking fuller just by using the 8-Hour Cream. Now I do that when I first wash my face, but then when I start my makeup, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lip plumper. Today I'm using the Too Faced lip injections. I think there's a lip injections extreme if you want something even fuller, but one you might want to try that won't be quite as plumping as something like the Too Faced lip injections. You get a little bit more natural look, and it's a little bit more of a natural product, is the Bite Beauty Cinnamon Oil Lip Plumper. I mentioned this in my healthy, eco-friendly makeup video, and lip oils are so in right now. It's kind of a matter of preference. They're just different options you can try. Now I do that at the beginning of my makeup, and then when I finish sort of the rest of my face makeup, what I do is I like to blot, and these can get really sticky, so I don't necessarily like to blot with a tissue because then all the little tissue bits are going to get on there. So I blot on the back of my hand just to kind of get the excess, and then I just kind of rub the back of my hand with the tissue. It's a little trick I picked up years ago. Now to kind of just even out your lips, you can just sort of take just what's left on your beauty blender, or just maybe a touch of concealer or foundation, and just gently go over your lips. Now the key here is we're basically contouring our lips. I know that Kylie likes to do really sort of dark plummy lips sometimes, and then sometimes she'll do like a paler nude lip. You can do this technique with any color lipstick that you want. The key here is if it's darker, it's going to make stuff look smaller. If it's lighter, it's going to make stuff look fuller. So it's basic contour. That's why you put the dark color in areas that you want to kind of recede, like underneath your cheekbones, to kind of give you that serious cheekbone look, and why you put your highlighter on the top. It's just kind of, it's basic contouring. Now I'm going to take my Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner. This is in Enchantment. It's sort of the darker of the two shades that I'm going to use. I'm not going to fill it in. I'm just going to go slightly outside my lip line. If you go too far outside your lip line, you're going to look like a clown. And we don't want that. We want to look sexy, not clownish. And if you think clowns are sexy, that's your thing. I'm not going to judge you. Now I'm doing around my entire lip line, but you could also do this technique. It'll be a little bit more natural if that's what you're going for. If you just do this on the bottom of your lip, the more you do to the top of your lip, the less natural it's going to look. So I've lined the outside of my lip here, and I'm going to take my lighter color, which I'm using my Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in East and Snob, and I'm going to fill in the center of my lip here. And you don't want to go out too far, but you kind of do want to blend in the inner and the outer so you don't have a really harsh line. It's going to give it a little bit of an ombre effect, which is kind of what we're going for. Once that's filled in, you're going to apply your lipstick. Now, I kind of was torn as to what lipstick to use. Obviously, Kylie Jenner has her, you know, her plum, and she has her sort of nude colors. And I know the big trend with the full lips is the very matte lip, but here's the thing. You can do this technique with a matte lip if you want, but the shinier and glossier your lip is, the fuller your lips are going to look. So if you want that super, super full lip, then you're going to want to go with a glossier lip color. I decided to kind of do something in between, so I am using my Revlon Colorburst Balm Stain. So it's got kind of a creaminess to it, but it's not super glossy, but yet it's also not super matte. So I'm kind of going with something in between, so I kind of get the look, but yet I don't lose any of the fullness. So I'm just going to kind of go over it, and I really love this kind of color combo. It's a little pinkier than I think what like Kylie would do. She would do a little bit more of a mauve or a nude, but I just feel like this pink color is a little bit more flattering for my skin tone, and I know it's going to give me that nice, sexy fullness. Okay, now that my lipstick is on, I'm going to take my NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in Sunbeam. You could use pretty much any cream illuminator. You could use a powder, a highlighter. I just kind of really like this sort of pinky color with this particular lip look. I'm just going to put a tiny bit on my finger because I want to have a lot of control with this. I don't want it to kind of go crazy. And I'm just going to very lightly just place it right in the center of my lip, just like you were kind of giving a kiss. For a little bit of extra emphasis, if you want to go that extra mile, take a highlighter. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and I'm just going to take the shimmery color, sort of shimmery color right here, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my fingers because you don't really need a brush to do this, but if you feel more comfortable using like maybe a small eyeshadow brush or something, you can. Just put it right above your lip right here. You could use your illuminator there too if you really want to. I just think this gives it a little bit more of a natural look. And then again, this is also optional. I also take one of my bronzer shades. I usually use the center one because it's a little bit more of a cooler tone, which just goes better with my skin tone. But you can just take a little bit of that on your finger and just rub some right underneath your lower lip to give a little bit of a shadow. And there you go, full pouty lips, just like Kylie Jenner's. Okay, maybe these aren't like these big freakish lips that you've been seeing online everywhere, but this is a lot safer and it's gonna look sexy, but a little bit more natural. You don't need to disfigure yourself for beauty. All you need is a few little makeup tricks. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please let me know. If you do this Kylie Jenner inspired but safe lip plumping look, then please let me know. Send me your pictures. My links to all my social media will all be down in the description box, so please let me know. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any favorite sort of lip plumping products or tricks, please let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.